My bad, family. I had a pick up important phone call. Back. Let's get right back into the Eminem, Nicki Minaj topic situation that I want to discuss. So, like I was saying, Nicki Minaj, she announced today that she is dating Eminem. She went to, she went from, I believe, Meek Mill's, Nas, then Eminem. And like I was saying, um, I'm not surprised by her choice by dating Eminem based off her past and the way she disrespected Malcolm X and Malcolm X's family, especially her daughter. And the song which I was referring to was by Eminem about Eminem degrading and disrespecting black women. Is called "Foolish Pride." That's the name of the song. It's on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You can check it out. And I believe the song it's an old song, but and they did a documentary talking about it and saying the reason why Eminem did the song was because he was angry and upset because of a relationship that he was with a black woman in the past, and I guess she broke up with him or he broke up. I think it went that she broke up with him, and he was angry and upset, and he went on a rage, and that's what made him put these verses together and did the video. I believe he apologized for it, but I'm just very interested in hearing uh, the swirlers about this, because especially these women that are so, pro interracial and black men or not good enough for you, white men are better, and you know how that goes. And like I said, are you outraged? Are you angry about this? I mean, like I said, this happened, I believe, like 20 something years ago. You know what I'm saying? When Eminem was young, like when he was at 20, 21, 22. But I mean, he said it, and like I've always said, the two ways you can find the way how somebody truly feels is when they're angry or they're drunk. And so he said it. Again, like I said, the song is on YouTube. It's called "Foolish Pride." Go ahead and listen to the lyrics of the song, and I will put the video in the description box once this live stream is over with, just in case some of y'all probably never heard the song. And I got into it with a lot of people about it, and I also talked about it in the chat room with some of my brothers in LDBC. And some people was like, "Well, what's the big deal? It's Eminem." Like, Eminem has said some pretty slick stuff, and I don't know, maybe because a lot of people like his music, and I'm not gonna lie, he's had some couple of songs that was catchy, But like I said, when you disrespect black women, you know what I'm saying? I don't play that shit. I don't care how long ago it was. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, and when I found out about it, I always looked at Eminem sideways. It like a lot of people, they was really impressed, especially people in our community. They was real impressed and throwing their pom poms up because he dissed Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I really, what I'm saying, kudos to him. But you know what I'm saying, he can get away with saying what he said about Donald Trump because he's Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure a lot of black rappers would have loved to say what Eminem said on his cipher. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't feel comfortable enough to say it. You know what I'm saying? Because they would have felt the repercussions of saying it. You know. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit up there and ignore what he said about black women. Oh, fuck no. And for Nicki to bypass all that, and like I said, some people either don't know about it, which I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, or some people know about it, but they want to push it off to the side and act like it don't exist and it never existed, and it does. I don't care how long ago it was. Just because you're mad and upset at a relationship with a woman, cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in their life has gotten their heart broken before. Okay, I have, you have, Anybody who's listening to this live stream right now has gotten their heart broken once before. But that doesn't make it okay for you to say what you said in your lyrics about a group of women. And like I said, you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. It's called Foolish Pride. All right, what's up, Carl? Thank you for coming back, brother. Thank you for coming back to the live. TJ, you already know, man. Yeah, cause like I love my brother Jeff DCB, but you know what I'm saying, when I was in the chat room talking with him, he was just like, that's my brother at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going at him, nothing like that, but he was trying to make it seem like I was going at Eminem because he was white. I don't, like I said before, it has nothing to do with his skin color. It's what he said. And other things that he said that is very questionable, and me calling Nicki Minaj a bed wench. And I stand by what I said. All the times I went at people, whether it be brothers in the community for stepping outside, or women stepping outside the community and dating non-black people, if I call them a bed wench or call them a coon because of who they're dating, it's not because that person is white. It's because of what they have said. And if you go in a relationship with the person that degrades your people, what does that say about you in the lack of confidence, in the low self-esteem that you have about yourself? Why would you want to be in a relationship and tied down with somebody who degrades your people? Let me ask y'all in the chat room, would you be comfortable dating somebody who has said, even though if it's in the past, date somebody who has said questionable things, even if it's a woman in your community who says some self-hating stuff, or somebody outside the community? Would you be comfortable dating somebody that says some shit like that? I know I wouldn't. But Nicki doesn't care, because Nicki doesn't stand for her people. We all know that. Nicki don't care about herself. So, and she don't care about her people. So that's why I said it doesn't really surprise me who Nicki decided to date Eminem. It didn't shock me at all. I mean, Nicki Minaj is the same one that just she stood by H&M. The same company that had probably one of the most blatantly racist ads in a very long time. Still stood by H&M. Didn't pull herself at all. G-Eazy pulled out of his deal with H&M. But Nicki couldn't. Nicki's a slave to that money. Exactly. True colors. Nicki don't have no self-pride in herself. But at the same time, I get where other people feel at, as far as, oh, it's in the past. But at the same time, when we do shit, we can say stuff that happened a long time ago. They still hold it to our head. So what is wrong for me for coming back and bringing this up to the forefront and saying, oh, y'all don't remember what this guy said about black women? The entire black women, the whole community? He didn't say this is about one woman. I think some of y'all really need to pay attention what people say. And because a lot of y'all I'm telling, some people just be forgetting what certain people say. And then when somebody calls them out on it, people be like, well, why are you calling him out? Why? He ain't do nothing. Oh, yeah, he did. He said something real questionable. Yes, TJ. Yes, it is. It's a lot of people out there. And like I did when I went at Serena Williams, I didn't go after her partner because he was white. That wasn't the case. It's because of what he stands for, and what network that he stands for, that he tied himself into. He has a racist blog that attacks the who's attacked the woman that he's married to. You don't have a problem with that? But Serena Williams don't got no pride for herself. She don't stand up for herself. Her man didn't even stand up for her when the tennis reporter attacked her and her unborn child. And her man didn't do shit. Didn't do a damn thing. So that's why I went after whatever his name is, Alexis Ohani, whatever the fuck his name is. Craig J, what's good, my brother? What's good? Now, Craig J, let me ask you, homie. You remember that track that Eminem did a while back, him talking about and disrespecting black women, don't you? You remember that? I know you a hip hop guy. See, yeah, that's what that's what we're talking about, Craig J. About him basically he went on a track and disrespected the entire black women. He didn't talk about one. He talked about the entire black women community, and I haven't heard anybody really point it out except me and LVZ. This subject is not talking about Serena. We're talking about, do we give Eminem a pass for what he said about black women? Now, just in case you don't know, a lot of people don't know, I'm gonna rehash it again. Nicki Minaj has confirmed that Eminem. I'm going off of what he said in the past, and he's also said some questionable things, but I just want to stick on to this. It's a song called Foolish Pride. Look it up. It is on YouTube right now. You can hear the song for yourself. And like I said, at the end of the stream, I'll even put the song in the description box so you can check it out if you never heard that song, because there's a lot of people that never heard that song called Foolish Pride. And he did that song because at that time, I want to say this about 20 years back, he did that song because he was dating a black woman at the time that he broke up with her or she broke up with him, one way or the other. He was upset, he was angry, and he did a track dissing the whole black community, black women, all of them. You never heard of it? All right, you got to go ahead and check it out. See, I'm gonna remind people, because a lot of people do not know. And when I was talking about it in the chat room with the group, some of the brothers in LWC, one of my brothers, he didn't understand why I was going at Eminem like that, or bringing that, or not going at Eminem, but going at Nicki Minaj, basically calling her bad witch because of who she's with. And they're like, is she a bad witch because she's dating Eminem? Yes, because of what Eminem's past and what Eminem said about black women. And for you to feel comfortable dating someone that has said something about you, not you and the entire women that's in the community, I have a huge problem with that. I got a big problem with it. And if you don't have a problem with it as a man, black man, something wrong with you. Oh, so okay, so you a lot older than me. See, when that song came out, I was little. I was tiny. You know what I'm saying? But I looked at documentaries of Eminem, and when I first heard that track, ever since then, I've really looked at Eminem sideways. Even though I thought Eminem, I'm not gonna take nothing away from him. He's a talented artist. I think he's a little bit overrated as an artist. I don't think he's the best rapper of all time, but he has some talent. I will give him that. I'll give him his due. But when I heard that track, that really made me look at him sideways. But like I said, I'm really interested in hearing what the sisters had to say about this. That's what I'm mainly swirlers. You say She-Man isn't even the top 50 best rappers of all time. he exactly. I mean, yeah, he exactly. He's overrated. Like, I mean, like I said, I'm not saying he don't have any good songs, nothing like that, but I mean, best rapper of all time, top 5. I'm like, y'all need to really pump the brakes. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all need to really pump y'all brakes. But we know how to do when you a certain complexion, they're gonna elevate your material and your music and elevate you on a higher level than what you really actually are. We know what it is. You said I was in 8th/9th grade when he came out. I'm not that old. Like I'm like I said, man, I'm really interested because like I said, I checked out some social media and I haven't really heard anybody bring that up. What I'm talking about, like this is it's ignored. And what frustrates me the most is we can say something, right, and it's not even to that level, but we can say something, we can have a little critique about our women, right, and it can be, oh, he ain't a real man, oh, he don't stand for us. It can be, it didn't even have to be bashing the entire women in our community. We can just be pointing out, listen, you playing into a negative stereotype. You know what I'm saying? That y'all do this and y'all playing into it. And then the first thing that come out of some sister's mouth is, oh, you don't know this. And then y'all want to sit back and say, oh, black men, some of our women, oh, black men ain't shit, da 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 da, and will hold it against us and will basically view the whole community like that. But when a white dude do something right, y'all rationalize it and y'all make it okay. Oh, it's in the past, da 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 this, da 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 that. But we don't even get that same benefit from some of our women. We don't, and y'all know it's true. But I want to say this. Shout out to the sisters, the true sisters that hold us down. I love y'all. That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like we can say, like I said, we can say something that we just critiquing. It's something that we just don't like, that we wish out not to do, and then somehow we the boogeyman, we the bad guys, you know. But some of these white boys and some of these swirlers be laying down with, they can smack you, punch you, drag you by your hair, degrade you, call you all kind of names, and they're still your Prince Charming after all that. And I've seen some videos of women being publicly degraded by their man, and they make it seem okay. But I'm telling you, it's that Willie Lynch syndrome. It's that mental illness is dangerous. and it's been passed down from generation to generation. And Nicki Minaj, she has it. She do. What do you disagree with? Tell me what you disagreeing with. I disagree with that, Melanated News, but sure, there were women giving Eminem a pass because he was a popular thing to listen to. What are you telling me that that's not true about some? I didn't say all. I just said some. Some of our women who are in interracial relationships are with some guys that are flat out abusive, and they take it. I've seen it. I've seen plenty of videos. That is true. There is some. I didn't, like I said before, I didn't say all, but there are some that are and they stay with them. I mean, there's a bunch of them out there. I mean, you can put it in a search engine, and you can see a bunch of videos of our women being attacked by white men, and they're with them. They don't call the police. Nothing. They just let it ride. TJ, exactly. He wouldn't be if it wasn't for Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre made Eminem. Dr. Dre was the one that discovered him. Dr. Dre was the one that put him on the map. And even Eminem will tell you that. Um, it, exactly. Exactly, IDK. And like the brother LVZ said in his live earlier today, they gonna change the narrative. Like give it like another 30, 40 years. They're gonna change the narrative and flip it and make it seem like Caucasian people was the one that invented rap. When we know that's not to be the case. We already know. They're gonna make it seem like they was the first ones to create rap. Like he was saying, they're gonna post a white dude saying that he's Tupac. They're gonna rewrite history like they always do. To try to make it seem like they the one that created things, when we all know for a fact that they really haven't created anything, honestly. Exactly, Carl. They ain't nothing but culture vultures. These dudes out here just blatantly. And I want to get off script a little bit. What do y'all think about the whole Kendrick Lamar situation, since we talking about rap? I seen the video. A Pretty sure a lot of y'all guys seen the video of him on stage. I guess he was on tour or whatever, and he brought this white girl up to rap one of his songs, whatever, and she used the N-word a couple of times, and then I guess Kendrick Lamar cut it off, and it was crazy after that. But I listen. I have no the believe it or not, I have no issue with that white woman. I know some of you like, why would you not have an issue with her? You know what I'm saying? Or her using the racial slur. That's not it. I have a problem with Kendrick Lamar. I'm gonna tell you why I have a problem with Kendrick Lamar. I like Kendrick Lamar personally. I don't listen to a lot of today's music because first of all, a lot of it is just absolute garbage. But he's one of my favorite guys I like listening to for currently today's music. Why on earth would you, okay, you're using a racial slur, right? And it's not just him. It's majority of these rappers that are out now. They put this racial slur in their music. But you're going to put a Caucasian woman up on stage to rap to these lyrics that you put in your song, but then you have a problem with that same woman that utters those words, the very same word that they created to degrade us as people. And people want to sit back, and I know a lot of us within our community, we have a disagreement on this, but it is what it is. I do not like using that word. I just don't. I've used it. Yes, I have. I'm not going to pretend like I've never used that word before. I just don't like using that word amongst, first of all, from a mixed company. Don't like it. Number two, I really don't like us using it to communicate with each other. Why? I don't understand. And for Kendrick Lamar, you know better. You gotta listen. You cannot put a white person up there and you're gonna play that song with those lyrics, and for her, and you're gonna actually honestly expect her to be censored and her for not to use those words. I've been to so many concerts, this is ridiculous. I've heard them say it. So they can sit there and try to tell you, oh, we don't say it out loud. We don't. Yeah, they do. Most of them do. They full of shit. Do not be fooled that these people do not use that word. They use it at their home. They use it towards their children. To say you better than them ends. They say it around their white friends. Don't get it twisted that and then you add drugs and you add drugs and alcohol in the situation, and you're meaning to tell me that they don't blurt out this word in public. I've caught one when I was outside of work. I caught one using that word. But don't tell me that you haven't. I'm pretty sure y'all have caught a white person before slip inadvertently or meaning to say it directly to you or whatever. So I just don't understand how Kendrick Lamar can just sit up there and put himself in that position. Because basically, he played himself. You shouldn't even ball her on stage. And my issue is if you have such an issue with people who don't identify as you saying that word, why put it in your songs? I'm still trying to figure that out. Why? Why even put that in your lyrics? And don't tell me that you trying to flip it and verse it and take the word back, and I don't really want to hear that. If you are truly upset with people using that word to describe you and degrade you and your people, why would you even use that word in the first place? Someone please answer that. But I guarantee you, you won't be able to get away with it because most of these label companies are white owned. I guarantee you won't be putting in your music, fuck these Peckerwoods or these crackers. I guarantee you wouldn't put that in your music. And if you try to put it in your music, They gonna go over it and they gonna take that part out. I'm waiting to hear a particular song where that these rappers. I'm not saying Kendrick Lamar does this. I'm saying these rappers in general. I'm waiting for these rappers to come out and say they constantly talk about bitches and they talking about women in our community. I've yet to see them degrade white women in their songs. I've yet to see it. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Underground, yeah, I'm talking about mainstream. I'm talking about mainstream. I'm not talking about underground. I'm talking about mainstream music. I'm waiting for one of these rappers to come out and degrade white women. Call them bitches. Call them hoes. Call them liars. A lot of them lie on black men, saying that they did this and did that to them. Come to find out they didn't do anything to them. I'm waiting for them to put that in the music, but they're not. Carborough, that's a good question. Why black people didn't put her in her place? And she said it very loosely. Like it didn't. You know how you can tell when somebody slips out and says something, and someone blatantly says it. When you watch that video, she blatantly just came out and said it. Like it was nothing. But I'm just surprised by the response of people. Some people are surprised about it. Like, why are you surprised by it? I don't get it. Exactly. IDK. I know it's not gonna happen. It will surprise the hell out of me if it does. If somebody comes out and says some certain things about the Jewish community, white community, whatever, they ain't gonna do it. Like I said, you're right. A lot of these record companies are owned by rap labels are owned by white people and Jews and stuff like that. I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. See, a lot of us got to stop being so naive and thinking that people are cool with us because they dance to our music. Um, some of us we want to lay down with them and all that shit like that. Like they don't like you. They don't. They get a pleasure out of you. See, long as you entertaining them and you pleasing them, they cool. Most of them, they genuinely, truly do not care about you. They don't. And when you and when you hanging around them a lot, I've noticed people who hang around a lot of white folks, and some of them lay down white folks. A lot of them are compromised and they don't even know that they are. They don't. They start they start having the mannerisms, the characteristics of their oppressor. They take on those traits. That's why they're very careful. That's why they're very careful of who they put on TV. They're very careful. We probably in our life in my lifetime, I probably won't never see a version of a Dr. King a Malcolm X or a Dr. Khalid Muhammad or anybody who's a powerful revolutionary leader that is down for helping our people get out of bondage and getting true free liberation. They're not going to put those people on television. They're not. They're very careful. That's why you go on YouTube and you're seeing a lot of people who are in our community that speak up against stuff like this. What are they doing? Giving them strikes. Trying to take down their channel. False flagging them. We're constantly being trolled. We're constantly being watched every day on social media platforms. Yeah, I know. He tried to Jerry Heller tried to sue Ice Cube. I heard about that. But like when a lot of people were speaking of Ice Cube, like when Ice Cube he checked Bill Lamar for using a racial slur, and he said it right to his face. He said, I'm not surprised that you was gonna fuck up. Wasn't surprised at all. But the thing is, I feel like we have to hold some responsibility of certain shit that happens, because I understand that you're not gonna control what people say about you, towards you. But at the same time, you can help it by not, because like I said, when it comes to the whole concert situation, if he never put that word in his music, he didn't have to worry about trying to censor her into saying certain things because it wasn't in the song. Now, she came on stage and she just started saying racial slurs on stage, and it was not part of the lyrics. Then you can get after that woman, like, hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, go at her helmet. But you gotta put the responsibility on Kendrick Lamar. I'm sorry. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna put Eminem's song in the description box. If you haven't seen it, if you heard the song, please check it out. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about and why I brought this to your attention and wanted to discuss this.